All right, so just to clarify things, a few things right here. They said that the assault weapons can be modified to be more dangerous and everything like that. But I personally didn't hear any example of how it could be modified to be any more dangerous. As we went over a little bit, as my partner went over, these are the normal modifications that go into it. And in no way do any of these make the gun any more lethal. Pistol grip is just for comfort. The adjustable stock is just for comfort, basically. So, and then, so why would we have access to guns such as the AR-15? Well, I don't know about you guys. I'm a little bit of a gun enthusiast. I'd like to shoot guns. I personally own a gun. I've gone out and shoot them before. AR-15s are one of the most common used guns in one of the, I believe it's the 3-gun shooting competition. They've been used for hunting. This is basically America's pastime. We've all been there, we've done that, we've tried it. All right, so next, so they keep bringing up Australia and how the bans seem to work in Australia, but we've already tried a ban in the United States. And based off the evidence that I've shown you guys thus far, we can see that the ban clearly did not work over here. So now I'm gonna go back into, they keep bringing up mass shootings as being common denominator. And I'm not hearing any evidence to show how any real statistics to show that assault weapons were primarily used. I actually have some evidence on this. So from the FBI Law Enforcement Bulletin from 2000 to 2012, in a report by the FBI titled Active Shooter Events from 2000 to 2010, in about 60% of the attacks, the most powerful weapon used was a pistol. In 8%, it was a shotgun. And the most powerful weapon used was a rifle 25% of the time. And again, when they say rifle, that doesn't include all assault weapons. So shooters also brought explosives and everything like that. So now this is going to bring me over to one of my next points to support my argument for that. So this is an article written by James Allen Fox, and he's a Lippman Professor of Criminology, Law, and Public Policy at Northeastern University, and a member of the USA Today Board of Contributors. He's a co-author of Extreme Killing and Understanding. And so what he basically said, as for the risk of mass shooting, it is also something we need to keep in perspective. About 100 Americans on average are killed every year in mass shootings, out of a population of over 300 million. And he says, I kind of like the author of that. It comes out to under 1% of homicides every year. Okay, and then I have another piece of evidence to support this, coming from the Federal Bureau of Investigation again, where it says criminals are 5 times more likely to carry a single-shot handgun as they are to carry assault weapons. During the offense that brought them to prison, 50% of the state inmates and 13% of federal inmates carried a handgun, and about 2% carried a military-style semi-automatic gun. So then also, the affirmative side keeps bringing up the Constitution, the Second Amendment, and they're talking about being able to, the government having the ability to regulate. But I didn't hear anything about putting on a full-on ban. What they're calling for is regulation over assault weapons, which I myself can agree with. I think there needs to be regulation on it. But regulation has no correlation to a full-scale ban of everything. So then, let's see what. So the affirmative also claims that the previous ban has correlations to a decrease in crime. So one of my responses is that there is no causation to the correlation of weapons ban to the decrease in crime. As I explained before, some of the other factors that could come from a decrease in crime, let's see what there was Stephen D. Levitt, and he is the Alvin H. Baum Professor of Economics in the University of Chicago and Research Fellow of the American Bar Association, both in Chicago, Illinois. And the 4 factors that he found that brought about the most decline in violence over this were the increase in number of police, the rising prison population, and the waning crack epidemic, and the legalization of abortion. Thus, I conclude that the decline in crime does not really pose a puzzle, but rather is readily explained by the available theories. So, based off of the affirmative's action, or evidence thus far, I don't think they've provided enough evidence to show why an assault weapons ban should be in effect.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, I missed the signs.
You're counting down from 4 minutes, right? The rebuttals are 4 minutes.
Oh, I think I saw the
Yeah.
6, and that's why.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay, that's why I'm playing backup.